How to Train Your Dragon. Guys, I just watched what is arguably, if not definitively, one of the greatest animation to live action remakes ever. Is it better than Jungle Book or Scooby-Doo? Well, it's very close, but How to Train Your Dragon is definitely a roller coaster ride of endless exhilaration and adrenaline that literally made me lean over my seat and put my hands over my mouth, especially during that test drive scene. I was more locked in for this movie than most exams that I do. But yeah, let's review this. So, How to Train Your Useless Reptile is about an outcast named Hiccup, played by Mason Thames, trying to make a name for himself in Burke and prove to his dad Stoic, brought to life by original voice actor Gerard Butler, that he is worth something. But then he comes across the ooky spooky Night Fury Toothless and realizes that dragons are kind of gangster and that they should be our homies and not the ops. Now, right off the bat, the live action is beat for beat the original. I mean, some lines were taken out, some lines were added in, some scenes were extended and they were shrunk, but other than that, everything from the acting to the lines to the setting is super similar to the original, and I like that. Because remakes are meant to remake the original, but use its live action attributes to give an experience we couldn't get in animation, and it did that. For example, the acting and emotion felt more raw than the animation. Like, people were screaming when they used to be quiet, and that helped the movie a ton. The CGI was also incredibly vivid, and Toothless was adorable. The action was so fast and heart-pumping. The music, God. The score was thunderous in those IMAX speakers. This movie must have drank some Red Bull because that music had kick. However, how are the characters? Well, the friends, the motherfucking gang, were so bubbly, unique, and fun. Butler is a scene stealer as Stoic. I loved him. Thames as Hiccup carried that awkward, degenerate swag Hiccup always had. And Nico Parker as Astrid. She definitely didn't act exactly as energetic as Astrid was in the original, but I think it was for the better because it would have been cartoony, but Astrid's soul was still felt, and Parker presented that cocky and stubborn curiosity elegantly. But my biggest critique of the film is that the romance, which I really appreciate in the original, was lacking in the live action. Like, it felt like Astrid and Hiccup's relationship was achieved too easily, and I didn't like how fast the arc was moving. But you're not here for love, you're here for some damn dragon dynamite cinema, and that is exactly what you get. How to Train Your Dragon is a must-see film. You get the same story with the same heart, but in an all-new experience that you just cannot pass up.